I apologize for that. I had to pause it for just a minute. As I was saying, getting out of breath really easy, having coughing fits, and I'm trying to pause it before doing a lot of coughing on here so it don't blow your eardrums out or nothing. But I do have, while I haven't been going live or putting a lot of videos out, I have been doing some digging into some of the cases. Dan has been doing a lot over on TikTok, missing underscore N underscore USA. If you haven't followed him over there, please do. He does amazing stuff on there. I know some of our team has some stuff going on right now, and I don't want to get into a lot of that. But yeah, just trying to get to feeling better. We have, let's see, went to do the search on an object that I'm seeing on Google Earth in a creek. We're not sure if it's a vehicle, a boat, a rock, what it is. The image on Google Earth is really blurry. No matter what angle we're coming in on it, it's coming up blurry. But using the measurement tool on Google Earth, it's consistent and needs to be checked. This is the one I went to last weekend, and I was there about an hour and a half trying to find a way back in to get to where this is. And being sick on top of that, I ended up coming home. And so we will be going back to that location and getting on that, seeing what this is, and clearing that, confirming what it is. If it is a vehicle or a boat, obviously getting law enforcement out and seeking answers on where that come from. We have the search that Megan and I went on a couple weeks ago here in Leavenworth. We went back out the next day. Chrissy come with us, and we did search some more spots, but without a doubt, we will be going back and continuing the search on that location. There is another location here in the Leavenworth area that we will be searching as well. We do have a few missing persons cases in the area, a couple of them. So we'll be getting that checked as soon as possible. There's a search I'm still trying to get to outside. Well, I don't want to give a destination. We will have to travel out a little ways for this one. Actually, 3 of them. I will say one of them's Kansas, one of them's Missouri, one of them's Nebraska, and Nebraska will actually be searching 2 different locations in 2 different cases. So a lot of stuff coming up. We have a lot of search locations to do for Billy and Mary Black out of Atchison, Kansas, Zeta Gordon out of Atchison, Kansas. We have some search areas we want to get on in Jeremy Coots' case, the 4-year-old who went missing out of Atchison, Kansas back in the 70s. So a lot going on right now. Crystal Kipper, we've been on this area before. We feel this location holds answers not only to Crystal Kipper's case, but potentially up to 24 other cases. And we will be getting back over on that property very soon as well. And of course, we've always got Randy Leach. We do have location of interest to search for him. I'm assuming it's recording right now. I had to pause it again. I went back to continue play. Okay, here goes the timer. So in case it didn't record that, we do have a location that we will be getting back on searching for Randy Leach. And I can tell you that this particular location, it's going to most likely take more than one search on this location. And this one could be very extensive, meaning it could be, I guess you would say water, but we're talking like a well. It could be digging. I mean, this one could be really extensive, and we'll definitely keep you guys up to date on that. There were some things we had to wait on through the warm months to get cleared out of there. And the temperatures, most of what we've been waiting on is probably gone to the point it should be safe to get in there. So that will all make much more sense to you guys once that search is completed and we're able to give you more details on that. The property owner has asked us to keep things as confidential as possible. So after the search is done and 100% completed, we'll be able to go into some of these other details with you guys in regards to that search. If this search turns up nothing, we do have another location to look for Randy. This one would require a good amount of travel. So that's why we want to get this other location completely searched and know 100% for sure before planning the other search, if that makes sense. Again, as soon as we can give you more details on that, it would make a lot more sense for you guys. We've had about 35 new cases come in over the last several days, and I am hoping to get those out to you guys at some point this week. Let's see. I know there's some more I wanted to talk about. Okay, and again, I had to pause it. I unpaused it. The time ain't moving, but it does show I'm recording, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep talking. One of the other things that has been really strange is YouTube itself. When it comes to the number of views that videos get and stuff like that, when Megan and I done that little search the other day, a couple weeks ago, that actually had 1,877 views to date. While to most YouTube channels, that's not very much. For us, that is really huge. We normally don't get those types of numbers anymore. As a reference, we're getting 32, 24, 19. These views is like over the course of a week up to a month. So the number of views is like extremely low. And what's weird is I also put this stuff over on TikTok. Like today, I put up a video that's a slide of several of the cases we're working on. Over here on YouTube, we only had 12 views on YouTube today. But over on TikTok, let me pull this up to get the exact number. Over on TikTok, it's had 159 views already, and it's only been up a couple hours. So for some reason, TikTok, every time we put something up there, the views go through the roof. Chrissy and I jumped on live on TikTok 2-3 weeks ago, something along those lines. We were only on a couple minutes and had like 300 or 400 people watching it live. Over here on YouTube, again, we're getting 19, 22, 32 views per video that we put up. And the last live feed we did, I think we had 12 people watched it live. And I want to say it's up to like 32 views. So I don't know what's going on over here on YouTube. I know our subscriber number, people that subscribe to the channel, that number has been back and forth like crazy. 2,826 is the highest we've had on here, but it keeps dropping down to like 2,814. We're back to 2,822. It's like every day it changes 2 or 3 times. I'm not real sure what's going on over here. I have had some people tell me that somehow they got unsubscribed to the channel. They had to resubscribe. People are told me they've turned the notifications on and everything, but they're not getting notified when a video or a live feed comes up. So not real sure what's going on over here on YouTube, but it's been frustrating. I know a lot of people are leaving the YouTube platform. A lot of big creators, and not so much the search and recovery or the missing persons creators, but creators who put a bunch of other stuff out there. I know a lot of them have been leaving the platform. A lot of them's moving over to TikTok. But and even they with millions of subscribers are having the same type of issues that a lot of us with lower numbers are having. We probably have the lowest numbers of all the search teams and all of that's on YouTube. We probably have the lowest numbers as far as subscribers, channel members, views, that sort of stuff. And so when that stuff is happening, it's really hurting. A lot of the videos and a lot of the live feeds that we do, we do put several hours of time into putting those together. And it's getting really hard to put in the work and the time to put a live feed together, but we're not getting the views in return to basically substantiate that. And we're not getting paid to do any of this. Even any money that we do make off of YouTube, which right now is, I would say, $100 to $200 a year is what we make on YouTube. TikTok not monetized yet, so we're not making any money. No money's going into any of our pockets. That's going right back into Muddy Waters. Plus, we're paying money out of pocket for more gear and equipment, the cost of the searches, and then the time to put all of this together to get this out to you guys. And when we're not getting, but some of these numbers I read off, and I want to pull one up again just so I'm not giving false information on this. But 5 days ago, I done a slide presentation on Mark Fullerton. It had 32 views. Let me get down here. Let me go back a little further. Okay, I done a video 7 days ago about the search last weekend. It had 24 views. We done an update that had 23 views 10 days ago. Let's see. Layla Centinello 3 weeks ago, 36 views. Missing person located 3 weeks ago, 35 views. New cases, bringing new cases out to everybody, 17 views. I think that's what really gets me the most is, we have those of you that you guys watch just about every video. You're on every live feed. You're commenting. You're jumping in the discussions, and so incredibly helpful. But there's so many other people that complain that a lot of these cases don't get any publicity. Nobody shares them. And the fact is, we do share those and get those out. But these same people complaining that they don't get any attention aren't even watching them. So if they're not going to watch them after complaining about it, then there's not many people that do watch them. So that does get a little frustrating, I do have to admit. Um, let's see, we done a live feed a month ago. This was the one where we talked about unsolved mysteries and other inspirations that's inspired all of us. That was a month ago with 74 views. So this, to go through the work to put all of this stuff out there and it basically not get very many views. Again, we call them our regulars. You guys know who you are. We appreciate all of you. But other than our handful of regulars, these cases don't get any attention. They don't get any views. And we're showing it's not because they're not getting put out there. It's just that because people don't watch them. If it's not a case that is popular, and I hate using that in a missing persons case, but if that case ain't popular and already getting a lot of attention or media attention, people just don't pay attention. And then they want to blame the media for it when they're not paying attention to start with. So that gets frustrating, but it is what it is. We're going to keep putting them out there. Maybe someday more people will start paying attention to the missing people. All it could take is somebody to recognize somebody walking down the street, and that be the missing person. And something that simple could help bring a missing person home. But if people aren't paying attention to who's missing and what cases are out there, it makes it a little bit more difficult. And I didn't mean to go on a rant there tonight, but that does get frustrating. It's not about trying to build our numbers or anything like that. I think we've proven February 7th will make 4 years that Muddy Waters has been here on YouTube. I think we have proven in this 3.5+ years, we're not on here to try to build up our numbers. We're not on here trying to make a ton of money. If that's what we were about, we would have given up a long time ago because that just hasn't happened here. I don't understand it, but it is what it is. I know there's another person, and he teams up with somebody else regularly. They're having a lot of issues with YouTube. And in fact, I know they have been putting a lot of stuff out on Rumble. You can find a lot of their stuff on Facebook. They still kind of use YouTube, but they're having the same type of issues going on here. And they have a lot bigger following than we have. So when a tenth of their following goes missing, it hurts. If a fifth goes missing, it's not affecting as much. When you've got 2,800 subscribers, you drop 3 or 4 subscribers and it hurts. I mean, so it's affecting everybody, whatever is going on with YouTube. I wish they would get it figured out and fixed. We have no plans of leaving the YouTube platform, but a lot of internal stuff there has just made it so difficult. And then with the content we're putting out not getting hardly any views, it just makes it really hard. TikTok, for example, let me pull up my Muddy Water page on TikTok. This is stuff that's just come out in the last 2 or 3 days. 159, 221, 299, 764, 967, 331, 298. If you go down through the videos we've put on TikTok, 1,077 views. It seems TikTok is much more, I don't know if I should say open to missing persons cases. We've got tons of these, over 500, many of them close to 1,000, several over 1,000 views. And we just don't get anywhere near those numbers on YouTube. On YouTube, if we hit 50, we get excited because that was a big number for us on that video, just because the numbers are so low anymore. Let me know in the comments kind of what you think is going on with that. Or is there something that, maybe we need to be doing different that could help bring that up and turn that around? On YouTube especially, and over on TikTok, what can we do over there to help us continue to grow and get these cases out to a much larger audience? So guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. But again, I didn't mean to go on such a long rant about all of that tonight. And again, it's not about trying to build our channel or make a lot of money, because if that's what we were doing, we're going on 4 years. We had walked away from this a long time ago if that's what we were about. Hopefully, we've been able to prove that to you guys. Those of you who have donated through our GoFundMe and all of that, we appreciate you. That money has gone into Muddy Waters, and we're going to continue doing everything we can to help bring these missing people home. So let us know in the comments what we could be doing, what we could be doing different, and kind of your thoughts on all of that. Hopefully, I'm feeling a lot better soon, and everything with our team members, things they're going through, hopefully everything turns around soon and we're back on here 100%. Just know that just because we're not on here publicly doesn't mean we're not working on the cases. We do work on these cases every single day, and we do have several updates we're going to be bringing to you hopefully within the next couple days. So you guys stay safe, and we will see you guys down the road.